Hi everyone, welcome to this video model. In this video model, we are going to discuss career development. So in the previous model, we understood several issues about the career planning and especially different stages. And here, and we have another element like development. So when you have a plan in your hand, and the plan leads to development, right? How the development will take place, we are going to discuss and understand in this the model. So the learning objective for our for this model is you will find out again different the stages in the career development, like stages are there in the career plan, and so these the developmental the stages, the career development stages, slightly a kind of reflecting career plan. The career plan stages, it's like a planning and progressing further by achieving the career goals. And then development is in the sense, we can see that the development is taking place in such a way that again different stages are there, and then we are moving one level to the next level. So that is another important thing. So according to that, you can see that the stages of career development, like stage one, you can see that the preparation for the work and organizational entry and early career, and then mid career and the late career. So more or less you can see the difference, but only we look at here from the developmental perspective. So age up to 25, right, the preparatory stage, and then organizational entry like 18 to 25, and then early career stage like 25 to 40, and the stage the mid level that 40 to 55. So there you can see that career stability happens and career confirmation happens in the mid level. Up to that, you can see that there is a possibility for change in the career. So later, you can see that, as you said, that like, ultimately achieving the aim, and then fulfilling the satisfaction, self-satisfaction as a professional of a particular career. So that happens in the later stage. So then you can see that the career development, the matching individual and then organizational requirements, as we discussed, organizational level and then the individual level, personal level. So you can see that organizational level operations, and then at the same time the personal level certain issues like age, then the tenure and family, the spouse and mobility and outside interest, and professional level, the career, the stages, and which level education, and then the performance, and then many other factors are at the personal level. And at the same time, if you look at the operational level, organizational side, the employees, the turnover, absenteeism, talent pool and outside, and then productivity, how we are working for the organization, then strategies for the careers in the sense like merger and acquisitions and joint ventures, and then the company growth and company development restructuring, and then downsizing. So there are many things happens in the organizations when the changes are happening in the organizational level. So now how these organizational level the changes are influencing and affecting your job and your career, and then personal level your choices. You have to see these two, and then accordingly you have to find out your activities in the organization to develop your career further in the changing environment. So then if you see, further various other aspects like the career development, the career, the creating the favorable conditions for career development, like the management support, the goal setting and changing, the changes in the human resource policies, and then publicizing the program. So you can see that these are the other elements, very much essential in the organizations for the career growth, especially HR policies and HR roles are very important. And creating the favorable conditions like a management, the participation, management interest, and setting goals and changing HR policies, and announcing the programs, like explaining its philosophy, and then informing that what for the organization is there, and then its purpose, and then how it treats the employees, gives the recognition and importance. All these are the important elements. So then further, if you just see that identifying the job opportunities in the process, like activities of the job opportunities, inventorying like a job competency, job progression, and then career advancement, and then dual career path. So all these are the other areas one has to look at when you see the development of your the career. So the job progression is one important, like a hierarchy of the jobs. A new employee might experience ranging from the starting job to job that successfully required more knowledge and then skills and upgrading the time to time. That is a symptom of the development. And then the career path, like line of advancement in the occupational field with the organization, growing along with the organization. And then no alternative the career moves, like the promotions and then transfers and demotions. And then sometimes even if that happens, it is against the development. That is the demotion is against the development. So you can see that sometimes exists also. So you have to see that the negative side and positive side of all these the dimensions. And the promotion, like a change of assignment to a job and then higher level in the organization, it clearly indicates that you are progressing. And then the transfer from one job to another job, or one place to another place, and changing the duties and responsibilities, and remuneration also is changed and approximately equal to those of the previous jobs or even more. So you have to see all these, and then accordingly you have to find out whether you are in progress mode or development mode or not. And as a whole, you consider the HR role in the career development is the goals matching is one important thing. That is the role of the HR department, the goals of the individual, goals of the organization, and career development initiatives at the organizational level. And at the same time, and opportunities and then requirement at the organizational level, and then gauge the employees the potential, and then identify that, and then try to match with the organizational requirements, like no. So HR department is like a kind of licensing role, like a middle path and middle role. And both sides you have to see, then club these two to ensure that there is a career development for individuals. That is the most important part. Then the gauging the employee's potential is the career planning workbooks and career planning workshops and career counseling. So we have to see all these that happens in the organization, so that the development takes place in the organizations. So development also happens when you just look at the career development, the programs, like no, we have to attend the various programs, like no, the training and development, and then no, identifying the our performance based on the appraisal system, and then using assignment centers, determining the individual development needs, and then mentoring. So if you take all these at the workplace, so that the development takes place in a proper directions in the organization system. So then assessment centers are there in the organization. So those assessment centers will help us to find out ourselves, and then how we are and where we are, how the progress is taking place. So such things we need to make use for our career development. Then in-basket training is another thing. Assessment centers process for evaluating the trainees by simulating a real-life work situation. So when we are working, so if you just take part in this kind of training programs, so this helps for our career development. And leaderless, the group discussions also happens because the self-motivated and self-driven, self-regulated the groups and teams are going to work in the organization, so that you can see that in that environment, so the development takes place in the system. So then let me just stop here, and then looking forward to meet you in the next video. So that is going to be the last video of this career planning and development. And thank you very much, and we'll meet in the next video.